Welcome back, you degenerates, to the number one gambling podcast in the world. This is Bet and Diagonal, and I have a very special guest tonight, my good friend, Mr. Tyler Hutchison, Mr. Kyle Larson himself, Mr. Buckeye. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm good, man. Big Kyle Larson guy over here.
Listen, for those of you who don't know, I talk about Mr. Hutch a lot. And first, he's a big fan of the show. Good friend of mine. Let me crash on that couch that's right next to him when I was out there in Ohio.
Big couch guy.
Big couch guy. One of the best gamblers I know. And that's not even a lie. This kid puts more money in my pocket than my boss does. So it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. Are you excited? You ready to talk some gambling with us?
I'm excited. Hope I can put some winners out there for everyone watching. Yeah, good week to have me on. I've come from the best win I've ever had, but there's no NASCAR. There's no real big UFC this week, so we'll see what we can do.
So, anytime somebody comes on the show, I always ask them a couple questions about how they approach gambling. So, you know me. We talk about this all the time, and I know what you're gonna say. All these questions, so I gotta ask for the people. So, what kind of gambler are you? Like, what's your style? What do you do? Are you like a volume guy like myself? Do you like to pick your spots?
Definitely not a volume guy. I'd rather go heavier on certain spots. Big analytics guy. I love to look at the numbers, try to find the best spots there, but I try to keep it relatively small, 3 or 4 spots, but I know you find 20, 30 spots and go with it, but I try to keep it small.
When he asked me how many plays I had for tonight's show, he's like, what, 17, 18? I'm like, nah, man, this is the NFL show. We keep it nice and calm on the NFL show, but come like mid-January when we're talking college basketball and there's a slate of 120 games on Saturday, watch out. Watch out.
I'll be in on that, especially March Madness that comes around every single game. Every single one.
I love it. Outside, of course, being a big NASCAR guy, what's your best sport that you wager on, and what's your favorite sport? Or unless it's the same thing.
It'd probably be the same thing. I love to bet UFC. Fighting's by far, I think, the most intense to watch. Because, when you bet football or basketball, it's going to be 4 quarters. It's going to end. Fighting, it can be over in 5 seconds or go all 5 rounds. So that's probably the most intense, most fun for me to bet on.
Yeah, and in turn, it can also be the most profitable with the large numbers. So
yep,
you are good. You are good. I will tell you that. I've hit many a parlays you've sent me. So I've also lost in the last leg of many a parlays.
Oh yeah, the worst part's the judges' scorecards.
Yeah,
I've love that.
I've been shadow banned on Twitter once or twice because of judges at this point. But like I said, this is the NFL show tonight. You will be giving us. You said you're going to be giving us a UFC pick later on. Love to see that. I'm going to talk.
I can't hear you. I lost you.
Yeah, I know. I just pulled my microphone out.
You're good.
Yeah, I stepped on my microphone. I'm a professional. I do this 5 times.
Say my first time on the show. Look at you.
Like I said, I'm talking a little college basketball at the end of the show, but we're gonna talk some NFL. Why don't you give me your best bet? Give me your best bet of the Sunday slate.
You may start with the best bet.
Yeah.
The Hutch Hammer.
The Hutch Hammer, the 4-0 Hutch Hammer.
The Hutch Hammer of the week. Going to the Carolina-Arizona game. Going the under 44.5. Going with the under. Kyler Murray, questionable. Colt McCoy's going to come in. He played well last week, but I still don't trust him. Chase Edmonds is out. DeAndre Hopkins, questionable. Rondale Moore, questionable. Panthers are throwing out P.J. Walker. 3 for 15 on passes so far this year. Not great. CMC's back. He'll get a lot of touches, a lot of catches, but the Panthers, they'll play slow. They'll try to control the clock, keep Arizona's offense off the field. But the best part about this, the under is 10-2 in the last 12 games for the Panthers. The under is 4-0 for the Cardinals in their last 4 games as a favorite. Cardinals have the number 2 analytically ranked defense. Panthers number 6. Cardinals are the number 4 analytic offense. Both Kyler out and all those injuries, I don't think they'll still be up there. The Panthers have the number 31 ranked offense. So that is my best bet of the day, going with the under 44.5.
I like that. I don't hate that at all. For me, when it comes like over unders, unless it's like a clear like discrepancy on the number, kind of wait till like Sunday morning to see the weather and all that.
Right.
But every single trend points to the under in this game.
Yeah.
I just like pulled up covers, and it's like Panthers are 5-1 to the under last 6 road games, 5-1 following a straight up loss. Everything points to the under, especially on the Panthers side. Their defense has been strong. They're only getting better and healthier. So
I just don't see how the Panthers score with PJ Walker. Yeah, they have McCaffrey. They have some good receivers, but Cardinals have a good defense. And I don't know how that number will adjust once Kyler's officially rolled out. I don't think they'll play him this game, especially Hopkins. I don't think he'll play. Rondale Moore might, but I just don't see a lot of points being scored.
No, I tend to agree. I stared at this game for a bit. I also think there's value on the Panthers. I think, but I'm not touching the 10.5 or 10, whatever it is. I'm staying
There's too
away
many
from
unknowns.
Yeah, there's too many unknowns. It's gonna drop down. Like, if you do like the spread, you might as well take it now. I think, but no, I like that. Let's go. Yeah, this is probably my best bet. This is just an opinion-based best bet. I know you like to do your analytical nonsense, but my best bet is going to be Colts minus 10.5 against the Jags. The Colts have a trend of beating up on bad teams all year long this year. Jets, they beat them by 15. Texans beat them by more than 20. 49ers beat them by a dozen. Who else they play? The Dolphins, they beat up on the Dolphins. 4-0 record against the spread against teams with a losing record. This team just pounds the ball, plays great defense. I just think Jonathan Taylor's going to run the ball down the Jaguars' throat. I also am going to be looking at the over for his rushing yards for his prop. I think if it's anything under like 110, I think I'll grab it. For me, Urban Meyer off a win in the NFL is official auto fade. He's not going to get a lot of them. And listen, the last 4 games coming off a win, the Jags have failed to cover. You add in the fact that Trevor Trash Can Lawrence is banged up, bum ankle. It leaves me no choice to take the Colts. The Colts defense is number 1 in turnover differential. Trevor's not been playing great as it is. That team has no weapons. Give me the Colts minus 10 to beat up on that terrible, terrible Jags team.
See, I do like that. The only thing that I looked at that game hard. A lot of the points you already pointed out, how the Colts are, 5-1, last 6 against the spread. But the one thing that scared me off is the Jaguars are 10-1-1 against the spread in their last 12 games against the Colts. That's a scary
Doesn't matter to me. Urban Meyer.
Yeah. Urban Meyer was not a part of those 12 games. So.
Yeah. They've been good. Jaguars, I will say, have been very good in November. They've covered 4 of the last 5 in November. But besides that, the Colts are just on fire. They have a chance to just take the division lead. They've been playing well. They haven't played great competition yet outside of Tennessee, but you play who's in front of you, and the Jaguars are one of the worst teams in history. They don't deserve to have 2 wins, but somehow they do. That Bills win was the best win they've had since that deep playoff run they had. What was it, 6 years ago? 5-6 years ago?
Yeah, been a while.
I had a friend who flew down there for the game from Buffalo. Hate to see that. It was brutal.
That's heartbreaking.
It's a diehard
What a
Bills
waste
fan.
of a trip.
Yeah. Didn't even get a 10. It was an overcast day.
And
What else you got for us?
I know this is a game you're going to love. Absolutely love. Let's head to the Cleveland Browns. My team. My unbiased opinion, right? Taking the Browns money line plus 113. No Nick Chubb, no Kareem Hunt. That hurts. But the best part for the Browns is there's no OBJ. There's no forcing him the ball. Baker can sit back, make his reads. Browns can play their offense. No distractions. They locked up. Their two guards, Patino, White Teller this week, long contracts. Offensive line, best in the NFL. The Browns are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 on the road. They're 5-0 against the spread. Their last 5 on the road versus team with a winning record. Browns are 2-1 against the spread this season as underdogs. They're 5-1 against the spread dating back to last season as an underdog. Patriots are 1-4 straight up at home in their last 5 games. The Patriots have played the 31st hardest schedule so far this year. The Browns have played the 18th. So I personally think the Browns should be about a 3-point favorite. So I'll take the Browns at plus money all day.
I hate to do this to you. Morgan does this a lot when he's on the show. Shout out to Morgan. He's on vacation. But there's always at least one pick where somebody's against me. And on this show, I am 4-0 when this happens.
Love it. I love it.
Patriots money line. I am on the Patriots money line because my book has it at -2. So there's no point in taking the 2. I'll just take the money line at -125. First off, sorry. I feel bad for you, Hutch. But I know who Baker truly is. This whole facade doesn't skew my view at all. All he is an overly confident quarterback that he thinks he's better than he actually is. Listen, he had that game without Odell last week. Shows the country doesn't need or want Odell on that team. But that week came and went. Now he's going to feel all high and mighty, thinking he's better than he truly is. There's going to be no Nick Chubb in this one. He's officially been ruled out. Yes, Dearness Johnson's a good running back, but the Patriots defense will take away anything on the ground. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kareem Hunt is back for this one?
No, he's still out.
He's still out. Either way, the Patriots and Bill Belichick are going to take away this running game. Going to force Baker to throw, and when Baker gets cocky like he is currently, thinking to himself, I don't need Odell no more. Fuck that guy. Send him back to his boat. Don't need him. That's when he falls apart. Patriots are currently rolling, putting win after win after win together. This is a massive letdown spot for the Browns. They dismantled the Bengals 41-16, made the Bengals look like the Bengals of old. So for me, it's a letdown spot. It's a Bill Belichick knows that he has a shot to make the playoffs with the Bills reeling. If he wins this week and the Bills lose, they are top of the division. Give me the Patriots money line. Patriots -2. I'll take it to 3. That's fine if it pulls back to 3. Bill Belichick smells blood in the water like the great white shark that he is. A couple stats for you because I know you're a big stat guy.
Big stats guy.
Browns 1-8 against the spread in the last 9, following a straight-up win of more than 14 points. Browns are also 3-7 against the spread in the last 10 games following against the spread win. They don't cover back-to-back games very often. Give me the Pats. Give me the hot team, not the team that is run by a short, stubby quarterback.
I think the Browns, without Chubb this week, they will pull out try to trick plays. I could see Landry being involved in a lot of stuff. Anthony Schwartz, I could see getting some touches, but
Big Anthony Schwartz guy.
I don't hate the under in this spot. I could see it being kind of a run first heavy game, but I am concerned if Myles Garrett gets a sack that Mac Jones might take his ankle out. But
yeah,
we'll see if
that was so
happens,
dirty. That didn't get enough. That did not get enough
right.
play time anywhere. I saw it on Twitter once, and that was it. I mean, shout out to Mac Jones trying to be a winner.
Right.
There's part of me that appreciates that. By the way, Nova's tied up. 30 seconds left.
Love that.
For those of you watching at home, we're both on Nova. What was I saying? Oh, I don't know. I just that letdown spot scares me for the Browns. At first, I was on the Browns. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, oh, Browns are just gonna trample him. Baker looked good, and I'm like, oh, wait a second. Baker doesn't do this for a living. Baker does Hulu commercials for a living.
I mean, it's a big show me spot. I'm gonna trust my team. See what happens. I know not having Chubb really hurts, but
yeah,
like I said,
if
that offensive line.
My handicap on it was if Chubb was playing, I'm on the Browns because he's matchup proof. Will run anybody over. Degenerates Johnson's is not that guy.
Right.
So, I don't love the Pats. I love the Pats enough to bet on them this weekend. But I honestly wouldn't be crazy shocked. The Browns did pull up an upset, but I just don't see it. There's not a situation that I see it. What else you got for me, Mr. Hutch?
My last play on this card is a little two-teamer parlay.
Oh, I knew he was going to pull a parlay.
Love these.
I knew it.
Love these parlays. UCLA takes lead at halftime. Hate to see it.
Oh, that was a dirty shot right in the face.
Hate to see it.
Two-team
parlay.
Covering.
Yeah, money line.
Oh, that's your fault.
Two-team parlay. First team, Green Bay Packers. Love the Packers this week. If Aaron Rodgers plays, that's the big key.
Me too.
As the big one. This is just straight analytics for you, straight stats for you. Seattle, 2-5 straight up in their last 7 games. 0-5-1 against the spread in the last 6 against Green Bay. The Packers, 8-0 against the spread, last 8 overall. 5-0 against the spread, last 5 as a favorite. 4-0 against the spread versus teams with losing records. 17-2 straight up in their last 19 at home. The number being, I think, is 3.5 right now.
3.5.
It's a tricky number, especially Russell Wilson coming back. Seahawks can score. So I'm just going to find another team to parlay him with, take the money line at -175, get the juice down a little bit. And I'm going to parlay them with the Monday night game, taking the Rams.
Oh,
-185.
I lean the other way.
I love that. Love it.
Tell me why you like the Rams.
They are 15-6 against the spread after a loss under Sean McVay. 4-1 straight up in their last 5. 5-1 straight up in their last 6 on the road. San Fran, 1-5 against the spread in their last 6. 1-5 straight up in their last 6. 0-8 straight up in their last 8 at home. 0-3 against the spread this year in division games. So again, I think that number's at 4.5 right now. So I will buy them down, take the money line at -185, parlay them with the Packers, give me a nice +145 two-team parlay, sweat out Sunday, and then sweat out Monday night.
You're a much bolder guy than I. I lean the 49ers in that one, and it's nothing to do with either team. It has to do with Kyle Shanahan is Sean McVay's daddy. He just seems to own him. Yes, I do. Everybody knows that McVay is the better coach, but when they go head to head, Shanahan has been the better coach. I don't know. Like, you can take away Debo with Jalen Ramsey, but now Kittle's back. Ayuk finally decided to show his face this season. Jimmy G's a bitch. We know what happens. You can't win if you're a bitch. But I'm staying away, I think. Talk to me on Monday.
You'll be on it Monday.
See how Sunday goes. See how tomorrow goes with college basketball. Packers is my favorite play of the week if Aaron Rodgers plays. I told you before the show, it would be my biggest play probably of the NFL season. Second biggest play after I just lost the biggest one in Bills first half. But
entire bankroll Bills first half.
Yeah, fucking unbelievable. Good thing I had a great week in college basketball to make up for it, right?
Gotta say,
Imagine that hit.
I'm surprised you're not on the Bills first half. I looked at the Bills first half this week as a bounce back spot. I'm surprised you're not on it.
Mike White is better than Tom Brady. Can't do it.
That's facts.
Can't do it. I'm a big Mike White guy. But Aaron Rodgers is like one of those guys that no matter what is out to prove people wrong. So if he plays, it's gonna be a blowout. And yeah, Geno Smith sucks. But fun fact about Geno Smith, he covered all 3 games he played this year. It's insane.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson doesn't cover games. Make Geno the starter, and that's a different story. We don't even know if Russ can truly hold the football yet. Like he's been practicing, but he had a broken broken throwing hand. You don't know if they're rushing him back because they want to have a shot at making the playoffs or whatever it is. I like the Packers. I like the Packers a lot.
I believe Chris Carson, they rolled him out today as well. But he won't be back for Seahawks either. So
Chris Carson stinks. Doesn't matter. That has zero effect on my handicap for that game personally. It just whoever that running back is. They're not gonna let Russ cook. I don't think first game back. So
especially in Lambeau, Packers will be ready to play.
I'm off of it if Jordan Love plays. He is cheeks.
Oh yeah, right. I'll be off of it then too.
Bad. Can I interest you in another money line for your parlay if the Packers are playing Jordan Love? It's going to be the Raiders. The Raiders money line.
The Raiders money line.
Yeah,
I was going to say, if it's the Chiefs, I might be on.
No.
You're going Raiders money line.
No. Everybody, especially me and Joe Green, that bitch, watched the Raiders outplay the Giants last week, but had 2 terrible turnovers, one ending in a pick 6 to Xavier McKinney. Great player. Not taking anything against him, but you ruined my day. You ruined my friend's day on his birthday. The Raiders have covered the last 3 times against the Chiefs. The Chiefs have major issues on the field. Kelsey dropping open balls, Mahomes looking like a middle school quarterback. But Vegas major problems off the field. One of the receivers killed a guy. Their former coach is a racist. All these different things. They wanted to sign Odell for whatever reason. That didn't happen. They could even do that right. I just think it's like a little bit of a bounce back spot. This is a nice Sunday night game. Hungry dogs run faster in prime time. Take a look at the Dolphins last night. Everybody and their mother was on the Ravens last night. But this really comes down to the fact that the Chiefs really can't stop anybody in the passing game, especially over the middle. There's real big problems in safety positions and linebacker. Meanwhile, Vegas, actually one of the best teams against the pass, allowing only about 200 yards per game, but one of the league's best in averaging under 1.5 passing yards per game, passing touchdowns per game. Excuse me. Give me the guy who wears makeup. Give me the better tight end in this time in his career. Give me the much better defense. Couple stats for you. The home team in this matchup between the Raiders and the Chiefs are 7-2 against the spread in their last 9. And Raiders are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 as a dog. Love the spot for the bounce back. Hungry dog runs faster. Give me the Raiders, and I hope that works out for me this time. Because if not, I might not have a producer anymore after the show, after Sunday night. So we shall see. You don't have any more picks, you said, for the NFL, right?
I don't know. One I was looking at before. We were talking about the Seattle Green Bay game real quick. The under kind of stuck out to me. Number sitting at 49.5. Just the stats behind it. The under is 4-0 in the Seahawks' last 4 road games. The under is 14-3 in the Seahawks' previous 17 games overall. And the under is 4-0 in the Packers' last 4 as a favorite. So everything kind of points to the under, but
love that if Jordan Love plays.
Yeah, Jordan Love's plays, I'll hammer that.
If Aaron Rodgers plays, I'm taking the
Hammer
over,
the
and I think
Packers.
that over moves from 49 or whatever it is to 54.5.
I could
Like
see
he's
that.
good for 5 points on the total.
Right.
I have another one. This one's ugly. You're not gonna like this one. Falcons plus 9.5 against the Cowboys.
Don't
For
hate
me,
it. Don't hate it.
You don't? Cool. I thought you said you hated it.
No, I don't hate it.
Because this is a Morgan special. Morgan would absolutely hate this pick because he loves betting the Cowboys every week. And for good reason. They're a cash cow, 7-1 against the spread this year.
Mm.
But the Falcons, they've been playing good ball. Not going to lie to you. But the more important thing, as any gambler knows, everything comes back to the mean. And everything comes back to the middle, around 50%. The Cowboys are going to be an auto fade from here on out for me. No team can cover every game. It's not possible. There's nothing personal to any Cowboy fan out there. It's just more of a business decision. That's what it comes down to. Falcons offense has looked much better in the last couple of weeks. Cordarrelle Patterson, Kyle Pitts, the love of my life, Mr.
This guy. Is this your first show?
Hello?
First show?
It might be my first show.
Seems like it.
Where was I? Oh, I was talking about my love about Kyle Pitts. Oh, how could I ever forget about Kyle Pitts? No, they do have some weapons. Zacharias, obviously not Calvin Ridley. Russell Gage, they're good options. This whole narrative about the Cowboys secondary being much better because Dan Quinn is their defensive coordinator. Guess who was the coach of the Falcons? Dan Quinn. Got fired from the Falcons. Got a job with the Cowboys. It's not a great look.
Right.
There's been one great player on the Cowboys defense in Trevon Diggs, who has seven touchdowns or seven interceptions, something ridiculous like that. Yeah. Even with that, having one of the best corners in the league, they've still given up an average 271 yards per game through the air, which is good for 7th worst in the NFL. Listen, this Cowboys passing defense has just been a joke. It's still a joke. Anybody who thinks that they're good they're wrong. They're just simply wrong. It looked like it was a tough go for Dak last week. He didn't look like himself. He looked, he still looked hurt. And I'm still not fully sure he's healthy, but I'm riding the hot hand. The Falcons have looked good. This game was at 10.5, and this number's flying down. I don't know what you have it. I bet this one already 9.5. I took it before it got any lower. I also don't hate it as a teaser play. If it does get to 8, I'll bring it back up to 14. So for me, it's the Falcons or pass, but I'm going Falcons. I'm happy with my pick. It's ugly. Those ugly ones are always my favorite ones, man.
Right. I looked at this. At first, I leaned Cowboys just because it seems like such a bounce back spot after how they played last week. But the trends all point towards the Falcons. Falcons are 4-2 against the spread in their last 6, 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games against the Cowboys, and they're 11-5 against the spread in their previous 16 road games. And the Cowboys are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games following a double-digit loss at home, and they're 3-8 against the spread in their previous 11 games following an against the spread loss. So all the trends kind of point towards the Falcons as well. Plus that number, like you said, is crashing down. I have it at 9 right now, so I can see it dipping down
on the red side, baby.
Yeah, I like the Falcons. I'm not going to bet it, but if I had to, I'd be on the Falcons.
Yeah, I love that. That's all I have for NFL. I have a couple teams that I'm looking at for teasers. I like the Steelers for a teaser. Like I said, I don't hate the Falcons. If it gets down to 8, I'll bump it back up to 16, back up to 14, get for the 2 touchdowns. But for me, the Steelers is this is a game they should win by double digits. And me being a Steeler fan, I know they won't win by double digits. They'll just barely squeak this win out against the Lions. So it makes me worry. I like the over for Najee. for rushing yards and that too. I like a lot of player props this week. I think I'm gonna play a lot of player props. There's like a lot of like real big mismatches, like Dalvin Cook. See, now I'm talking because I haven't talked to anybody about gambling by NFL
Right.
all week. Because usually I'm talking to Morgan all week, but he's pissed drunk on a beach somewhere without his phone. So like I have nobody to talk NFL gambling with. So like now I'm like, oh well, I kind of like the Vikings a little bit to lean, but that's actually a good teaser spot. You bring it up to 8. I don't think they get blown out by the Chargers.
Right.
Do you have any leans for college football tomorrow? Do you think your Buckeyes are going to cover tomorrow?
College football. I haven't looked too hard into college football. There was a game I liked. I was checking out earlier. Let me see exactly what the number's at. It's an early game. I like Auburn early. They're -5. I don't have the stats in front of me of why I exactly liked it, but I was going through it. That one really stuck out to me.
Mississippi State kind of stinks.
Yeah, and it's at home. It's an early game. Bo Nix is always so hit or miss. But I think Auburn wins that and covers.
Yeah. I lean Michigan State tomorrow against Maryland, against Tua's brother, because he's worse than Tua. So it's a -12 right now. You're getting under 2 touchdowns. I think it's decent value. Besides that, it's college basketball season for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't looked too much into.
Don't care about college football anymore. So I want to talk a little bit about the big game. Me and you talked about this game. I don't know what 3-4 months ago.
Oh yeah, we were all excited. We had to do like a double take on it. Like no way that game's happening this early in the year.
Yeah, I mean, we thought it was like the first. It is the first weekend. We thought it was the first
right.
First night.
We thought it was like opening night.
We were so excited. Texas versus Gonzaga, 2 teams that'll probably be in the Final Four. I think at least these are 2 of the, if not the 2 best teams in the country. I've already bet Texas +7.5. I wrote it as a lean just because when I was writing it, I just found out the number, and then like it was at 8. Then I did the research real quick. It was at 8.5, jumped down to 7.5. The sharps are slamming it down. So I texted you right before the show. If you like Texas, take the 7.5 now because I think it's going down to 6. I also like the over 151. I think that's a pretty solid play.
I do like that.
Gonzaga plays 0 defense. They're the fastest team in the country. I think it was like last year they put up a shot like every 12 seconds or something wild like that. And they're blowing teams out and they're still doing it. But I love these 2 teams. I've been waiting months to watch this. And if you think that there's a game on TV, prime time, on national TV that I'm not going to place a bet on, you're crazy. It's the only reason why I'm playing this Villanova game right now. I stayed in on a Friday night to watch Yale. That's what I do. I do this.
You get Texas Gonzaga tomorrow. Like you have to stand for that.
Yeah, you got me excited for Yale UMass. You don't think I'm gonna cream my pants over Texas Gonzaga? You're crazy.
Yeah.
Have you watched that kid Holmgren yet?
I haven't. I saw he balled out the other night.
Yeah, he had, what was it, 18 points, 13 rebounds, 7 blocks, 6 assists. He's wild.
Yeah, dude's
he's
gonna be a problem.
He's gonna be a problem. If he puts on like 30 pounds, he's a Hall of Famer in the NBA in a couple of years.
Oh yeah.
No problem. He is like 190 pounds soaking wet, and he's like 7'2". Runs the floor like a point guard. It's insane. It's insane to watch, honestly. But I like Texas. Also, I know you're a big UNC guy. I don't want to do this to you. UNC almost lost to Brown today.
Say, don't bring him up tonight. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not bringing it up because I just wanted to tell you that I'm a big Duke guy, and I don't know if you've gotten to watch Duke yet, but there's some dogs on this team. Absolute dogs.
It's been 2 games.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Beat the balls off of fucking Kentucky. They had a bad shooting night and beat them by 10. I love this Duke team. I really do. I'm having so much fun watching them. Like last year, I knew Duke was going to be bad. Just like I didn't like Johnson. I didn't think he was a great recruit. I didn't think the team fit very well together after they lost Zion and Barrett and all those guys. But this team, there's some real like. It kind of reminds me of like those like Michigan State teams that are just like they grind out. Like yes, they're top players, but like they have that like dive on the floor mentality. Like they were in a dogfight for a while tonight against Army.
I remember you
Last
texting me about that.
Oh yeah, I was sweating. They had no business covering that game. No business. Pablo Banchero. I don't know why they call him Banchero. There's clearly an H in his name. He's a lock for a top 5 pick in the NBA draft this
That
year.
guy's a stud.
6'10", 250, plays like Kevin Durant. Like I was texting Joe Green, big basketball guy, and I told him I was like, "Yo, if you're not watching this Kentucky, we were supposed to go to Kentucky Duke. I don't know if I told you, we had the opportunity to buy tickets. It was like Friday night, not Friday night. It was Tuesday night during a work week. I was during a work night. I was like, I can't make it. It was like after the podcast, after drinking all weekend. I was like,
You should have
can't do
went.
it. I should have went. I texted him 2 minutes in the game, like I immediately regret not going. That kid is no joke. Top 3 chance, top 3 favorite to win Player of the Year. Trevor Keels,
Keels been balling.
absolute pit bull. And I just found out tonight, him and Jeremy Roach have been playing in the backcourt together since middle school. They won multiple state championships together. Absolute dogs, both of them. Wendell Moore, the triple-double machine, had a triple-double tonight. Tomorrow they play Campbell. I believe the line opened up at -22. Yes, it's a back-to-back. Am I worried? Absolutely not. Anything under 26, I'm taking it to the bank. And Iona, my last one. I've
Big
bet
Rick
this one too.
Pitino guy.
Big stripper guy.
Loves some strippers.
Normally, I love Ivy League, hence the Yale. Yale's one of my favorite teams to bet on. Harvard is as well. You know, they're just cover machines, especially in conference play. But Iona goes against Harvard. Harvard, yes, they're a decent team, but they don't have Rick Pitino, the stripper god himself, coaching them. The Gales made some noise last year, and they only got better. Anything under 10 points, I'm taking Iona side with this. They're just a much better team. At -6, there's definitely a decent chunk of value. You like anything else for tomorrow? You like any college basketball plays for tomorrow?
I haven't looked at the college basketball plays for tomorrow. I do like the over on that Texas Gonzaga game. Now that you bring it up, I can see that being real back and forth. It's gonna be
I think
close.
there's like a solid 15 points that you have leeway with that one. I think that's like a 95-100 game.
Because Gonzaga, like you said, runs the floor, shoots so quick, and then Marcus Carr over there with Texas. He's gonna put up threes. They're not gonna be able to drive too much inside with the Holmgren down low. Be a lot of threes raining down. As long as it's close there at the end, there'll be fouls. Could possibly put it over. I do like that over 151. Now that you bring that up.
Yeah, that's probably my bigger play on that game. It's probably gonna be the over. But like it's not a. I just looked it up like on Vegas Insider, and it's like I believe it's on DraftKings now. Like, it's not up on my book yet, so I didn't take it. But once it's up, it's mine. Eileen, I have a bunch of leans tomorrow. I'm not gonna talk your ear off about college basketball. That's not why you're here.
You're the college basketball guy.
I could talk
real quick before we switch off. Iona's up to 6.5. Should I lock that in now?
Yes, absolutely. I'm so fucking good at this.
It's up to 6.5 in my book.
Yeah, I'd take it. I feel extremely confident up to 8. I'd be willing to take it up to 10.
Up to 10, I love to hear that.
It's my personal handicap. I was also the guy who thought that Ohio State was going to win by 26 on Tuesday, and they hardly won. One of my few losses.
Well, 2-0 now, but
yeah, I mean, I've been cucked a few times already. I love college basketball so much. I had overtime Rutgers under, just miss. I had today Appalachian State. Forgot who they were playing already. Doesn't matter. They fouled App State like with 0.4 seconds left, but App State was up by 2. and they didn't call it because the game
Yeah.
was over.
Yeah.
I'm like, the spread was 2.5. They won by 2. I was so mad. I was furious. No, up by 1, baby. Uh-oh. Give me
It's
your
gonna be
UFC.
close.
Give me your UFC
UFC.
card.
See, the last couple weeks I've been hitting big parlays. I think I sent them both to you. Last couple weeks I hit like a plus 450 and like a plus 350 on the 2 big pay-per-view cards. This week's a real shit card. I mean, the main event's good. Max Holloway and Yair Rodriguez, but Max Holloway is like a 7-1 favorite. He's minus 700 right now. There's no chance I'm betting that. I think he cruises, but there's just no value. You know me with my UFC parlays. I like to find 2, get the value down a little bit, get the juice down, give me some plus money.
Yes, sir.
So we're going with two picks this week. First one being Cynthia Calvillo against Andrea Lee. She's sitting at minus 135. Andrea Lee has a big striking edge in this fight, but a lot of times in women's MMA, the fight happens on the ground. I see Calvillo just taking her down, cruising her way to a decision. And the thing about Andrea Lee, she comes forward a lot with her strikes. I see a lot of counter takedowns for Calvillo, winning her rounds, possibly a late submission. Wouldn't mind that, but I think Calvillo wins that pretty easily. The other one's Miguel Baeza. He's sitting at minus 140. He's fighting Chaos Williams. Chaos Williams is a big power puncher, big striker. But it's a big step up in competition for Chaos. He hasn't fought anyone to this level. Baeza has a big wrestling and grappling edge. He's also a lot better technical striker than Chaos. Chaos just has that one big power punch. So if Baeza can avoid that, he should be able to win. Baeza has really good leg kicks, be able to slow Chaos down later in the rounds. And those two parlayed together, you get plus 200. So that's what I'm looking at for the UFC, and good value there. Take my top 2 picks, put them together, and give me some good value.
Ooh, I don't hate that. As long as Weili Zhang is never in a parlay that you
She is
send me
not.
again,
She is not
I
in
will
the
take
parlay.
it. Um,
There was a reason she was not in my big parlay last week. I liked her, but not enough to parlay her.
fucked me.
Should have just waited
I
for
mean,
my
I'm the one who
parlay.
placed the bet. I actually put my parlay in before you.
I mean, it was looking good. Should
It
have
was
hedged
looking real
out.
good. I was 4 out of 5 legs with a plus 250 dog. You know,
I did like that dog pick you had.
Thank you. I'm getting better. Joe just texted me, did Hutch jump in on the podcast? I don't know. I guess you just have to watch and find
Fuck
out.
Joe.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
Fuck Joe. I will give you one underdog pick if people out there want it. Marcus Rogerio de Lima against Ben Rothwell. That's the co-main event. It's actually scheduled for 5:45 Eastern tomorrow, so it's an early card. Ben Rothwell, I want to say he's like 40, 41 years old. He's getting a lot older. Rogerio de Lima has good takedown defense. He has really good leg kicks. Ben Rothwell, I think his best way to win is by submission. He's not a good wrestler. His cardio stinks. Like I said, he's getting older. I think Rogerio de Lima can kind of stay on the outside. He obviously cracks or has some punch in his striking as well. So I think Lima could crack him, end it. But if you want underdog, I think he's sitting at plus 140 right now. I don't mind that take at all. So one underdog pick.
Love me some dogs. I'm trying to text Joe, tell him that he doesn't have a choice. He's got to stay up late and edit this podcast, so you get all the picks on time for UFC tomorrow morning, because the undercard says at 1. I just checked, and I want to make sure the boys and girls get it, and you're not just talking for no reason. You know. Right. You have anything to say to the people before we wrap up the show? You have any gambling advice or words of wisdom, or anything like that?
I don't think so. I just hope I can, get you some winners. It's hard to follow Morgan Watts. He's out there just fucking giving everyone winners out there. He's the ultimate fade. Just go opposite what he says, you'll win. So hopefully I can get you guys some winners. Shout out my boy Greggy Gase. He showed up here in Ohio, went to the Ohio State game with us. I didn't talk to him since. And then he texted me last Saturday. I was all excited. I was like, oh, Greggy Gay sent me a text. I looked. All he wanted was just a stream to the UFC. That's all he wanted.
Yeah.
He didn't want to check see how I was doing anything. He just wanted to get a stream. So, shout out to my boy Greggy Gase. Hopefully he watches.
Big divot guy, you know.
Big divot guy.
Yeah, there you have it. Did you have fun? Did you
I
enjoy
did
it?
have
Would you do
fun.
it again?
I would absolutely do it again.
Yeah, we'll try to get you on during some of the bigger cards.
Right.
Talk some real UFC.
Anytime you want me back, I'll come back. So
Yeah, we'll
I'll
see
be
how
able to make it happen. Our schedules were kind of shitty this week, but
listen. We could have gotten it done. We can still get it done.
as long as we got some winners, that's all I care about.
I'm trying to do a college basketball show, like strictly college basketball show on Friday nights. But
Friday nights, I'd be in.
We could talk.
I'm in for that.
But there's no way we're gonna not let Morgan on the show for Friday Night Fun. Just letting you know that.
For that.
I mean, he's a simple fave when it comes to college basketball. Like you guys, thank everybody who's watching. Shout out to Hutch. Really appreciate you coming on, filling in for my boy. It was an honor to have you. It's an honor gambling with you every single day. There's nobody else I'd rather take advice from. And that's not just tooting your horn. I truly believe that. That's why I drove 10 hours to talk NASCAR with you.
Oh, yeah.
Taught me everything you knew. And yes, to close it out, make sure everybody like, follow, subscribe, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. What's your Twitter handle? Even though you don't ever tweet anything.
I don't hardly tweet, but it's TY Hutch 33. All
right. Well, TY Hutch 33 is going to have his picks on the line on Twitter this week. So best of luck to you. Hutch, do me a favor. Text me your picks this way I don't forget them.
I will.
And yes, follow, subscribe.
I need to start texting you the Hutch Hammers you can put on the page. Hutch Hammers are 4-0.
Yeah.
So far in NBA. So gotta keep that going.
Listen, I posted one of them and took credit for it myself. I'm not gonna lie.
I know you did. I think I replied that. Good pick.
Yeah, good pick. Wonder where you got that from. Yeah, DFS article. I'm working on it sometime tonight. It's this now. I'm gonna be up all night because I still gotta do all this research. College basketball tomorrow. I'll sleep between like 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. Plenty of time. Follow, subscribe. Bang Diagonal FFD podcast. Anything and everything sports related. Good luck gambling, and we'll see you fuckers next week.